Make today iconic.
What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports back with another video. In this one, we're doing the Charlotte Hornets Super Realistic Rebuild Part 1 of this series. We're going to try to re-sign Kemba Walker. If you guys are new to the channel, I do have a little spin on my realistic rebuilds, and that is that I use trade override. And you might be asking why I do this. Basically, I do this because 2K is not the most realistic trade or sim engine. So I like to take control of the trades and make the most realistic things based on what's happened in the past and also what's happening in the game. And I think this makes it a little bit more interesting. I also do a couple other things that most people don't do in their rebuilds, so that's going to be a little spin on that. But this is the roster. Kemba Walker having a career year in pretty much every single statistical category, just having an amazing season, has really no help around him, and they might not even make the playoffs. So he's probably going to walk in free agency, but he could stay loyal, and they're going to offer him obviously a max contract. We're going to offer him a max contract as well in this game, and we'll see if he decides to re-sign. But Malik Monk is a second-year guy, not really having the best sophomore season. Miles Bridges having an okay rookie season. So I'm also going to be using storylines for the draft. If you guys don't know what this is, in a user-created draft, you can put on storylines. So I will not know what the potentials or the overalls of any of these guys are except for what my guy scouts. So that's going to be making it interesting, and the draft is going to be especially important. One last thing I'm going to be using in every season is player mentorship. I won't show it every season, but I will make sure to do it every season. If you guys don't know what this is, younger guys can be mentored by veterans like Malik Monk can be mentored by Tony Parker. He can learn his badges from him, which I think is really cool. And like Willie Hernan-Gomez can learn from Bismack Biyombo, Devontae Graham from Kemba Walker. This is going to be the rotation for the rest of the 2018-2019 season. Hornets in the playoff race, but they are at 34-39, so they might not make the playoffs, which is fine for me, I guess, but I would like to see Kemba in the playoffs. Probably won't happen in real life, so. James Harden is going to win the MVP, averaging 35 points a game. Luka, Rookie of the Year. Lou Will, Sixth Man. Buddy Hield, Most Improved. And Mike Budenholzer, Coach of the Year for the Bucks. All NBA teams looking like this. Obviously, we're not going to have anyone. Maybe Kemba, but it looks like he did not make a team. We would have had Shai Gilgeous if we didn't trade him for Miles Bridges, but we barely missed the playoffs as the 10th seed, so we're going to have a lottery pick. Hopefully that doesn't deter Kemba from re-signing, but it could. Usually he signs with the Jazz in these simulations now, so I don't know what's going to happen, but here are the stats for everyone for this season. And it looks like it is going to be a Warriors-Celtics finals, and I do have injuries on. If you guys were wondering, they just are a little bit lowered because 2K usually goes crazy with the injuries. And here in the draft lottery, I did put in the new draft lottery odds. So 14% to the top 3. We were at 10 and we actually dropped to 11. So Boston and the Wizards get lucky. With the 11th overall pick, we're going to select Jackson Hayes out of Texas, a 6'11 center who is pretty much a defensive specialist. He's going to get blocks. He's going to get steals. Don't know too much about his offensive game. And with our second round pick, we're going to select Jalen Smith out of Maryland. He was in the NCAA tournament. He looked really good in it as well. More of a stretch forward, can really shoot the ball from the 3, and can also play a little bit inside. So in free agency, I did offer Kemba Walker a max deal, but he has decided to leave us for the Utah Jazz, as it usually happens. So goodbye to Kemba Walker. I mean, I don't disagree with this move at all. Michael Jordan is one of the worst GMs in the league, no doubt. So this is going to be the roster without Kemba Walker. I was not able to sign a point guard or a legitimate good point guard. Tony Parker is going to start to regress, but I mean, he's going to be solid. I don't think we're going to start him though, since he is 37 or 38. We're probably going to start Devontae Graham. And here is the rotation. We are going to start Devontae Graham, but Tony Parker is still going to get a little bit of minutes. I mean, the cap situation with this team is disgusting. We have so many bad contracts. So we really can't do anything in free agency. We're just going to try to build through the draft. Not really going to trade too much. So here at the trade deadline for the first season without Kemba Walker, we are actually not doing as bad as I thought. We are just 2 games out of the playoffs, so if we make the playoffs, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I would like to have a top 10 pick. So it looks like James Harden is going to win his 3rd consecutive MVP, taking over the league. Zion on the Bulls, Rookie of the Year. Jaren Jackson, Most Improved. And Mike D'Antoni, Coach of the Year. The Rockets took over the league, it looks like. And all NBA teams looking like that. No Kemba Walker, I didn't see him. But no rookies for us either. No Jackson Hayes. Hopefully he had a good season, but we did miss the playoffs. We did fall to the 13th seed in the East. So, I mean, we're going to have at least a top 8 pick, maybe even a top 5 pick, depending on how the lottery goes. But, I mean, checking out the player stats, Malik Monk did step it up, though, 17 points per game, being our #1 scorer without Kemba Walker. And Miles Bridges also had a really nice season, averaging 15 points per game. So I guess these 2 guys really stepped up without Kemba. Devontae Graham, as a starter, did not do too bad at all. Jackson Hayes had a really nice season, almost averaged 2 blocks a game. So in the finals, it is going to be the Sixers and the Nuggets. So hopefully the Sixers win. And looks like they are going to win. KD, never mind. So in the draft lottery, we actually had the 4th overall odds at the #1 pick, and we dropped to number 6. What an unlucky start for us already. With the 6th overall pick, I'm going to select Vernon Carey, a power forward out of Duke, 6'10". He is a strong dude inside, so he's going to play in the post. I don't think he can shoot threes, but he's going to be a strong force and can play some defense. Here is the roster after the offseason, and we really have no money in free agency, so I just signed a bunch of minimum contract guys, and also Shabazz Napier, who I did sign to 2 years for $10 million. That's the most I could throw at a free agent, so we did sign Shabazz, and he is going to be the starter, not Devontae Graham, even though Devontae Graham did pretty good. But Shabazz, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, Vernon Carey, a very, very young team. I don't expect us to do much in this season. Give us like 2 or 3 seasons before we need to make the playoffs. But I am going to send Herb Jones to the G League, and same coach, same system. So here at the trade deadline for the 2nd season without Kemba Walker, we are currently out of the playoff race. I mean, we're about the same as last season as far as wins and losses goes at the deadline. So, I mean, hopefully we do the same as last season and drop. So here, closing in on the end of the season, and we're not going to make the playoffs, so I do want to get some gameplay in with this team, show it off a little bit, show what the youngsters can do. So I'm going to simcast this game here with the Knicks. They're also a very young team, and I will get in for like the last 4 minutes of the 4th quarter. So here in the game, ooh, nice open shot there for Vernon Carey. Can't really shoot from the outside, but we do get the rebound. Jackson Hayes, another kind of contested shot. Jackson Hayes again with the rebound, and he missed it. Let's get it to Vernon Carey in the post. That's where he can go to work. Jaden McDaniels on him, a rookie, and that is too easy for him. He just backed him down like if he wasn't even there. 17 points, 54% from the field for Vernon Carey. Ooh, almost got the steal there, Shabazz. But we'll see what they do here. That's a bad shot. Rebound again for Jackson Hayes. He is tall. He's a 7-footer. So Miles Bridges. Oh, I didn't mean to pull up. He still hits it. Shabazz now with the ball. Let's do a pick and roll here for Shabazz. Haven't done that in a while. Shabazz, open layup. What a good pick. Let's get a little pick and roll action here with Jackson Hayes and Miles Bridges. Let's see if we can get a dunk. Nope, but we do get it inside for the mismatch, and Jackson Hayes puts it up. We get the rebound. Oh, I forgot to mention, Malik Monk did get injured. He's out for the season. He tore his MCL or something. So very bad luck right there. Devontae Graham with a strong take. I want to get a dunk with Miles Bridges, but I can't really get the separation. But we might have one inside. Jackson Hayes with a nice pump fake, and he yams it down. So this Knicks team was pretty young. They have Jared Culver. He had 22. in this one. They have Dennis Smith, Jaden McDaniels, Bol. How did they get him? Wait, hold on. They got him in the second round. What the heck? Okay, that team's pretty good with Bol. Miles Bridges dropping 30 with Malik Monk out. Shabazz, a pretty nice game. Vernon Carey had a good game. Devontae Graham off the bench. Jackson Hayes, 2 blocks. So the MVP for the season is going to be Stephen Curry, averaging 30. Jaden McDaniels, Rookie of the Year for the Knicks. D'Angelo Russell, Most Improved, and the Sixers Coach of the Year. All NBA teams looking like this. Did not see a Kemba Walker there. So maybe he messed up leaving this team, but I don't blame him. Vernon Carey, though, on the All-Rookie First Team. And checking out the standings, we obviously did not make the playoffs, but we were the 10th seed, so we did improve a little bit. So we'll have a top 10 pick. Everyone else, Washington is really bad for some reason. Malik Monk, as you guys can see, tore his MCL, out for the season. Hopefully this doesn't impact his progression, because that would be really, really, really unlucky. Everyone else playing pretty well. Checking out the team stats for the first time. On offense, we were, wow, I did not expect that, really bad. Top 10 defense, though, that's pretty good. In these finals, the Sixers again in the finals against the Timberwolves. And we'll see if the Sixers can go back-to-back with KD on the team. It looks like they are going to go back-to-back. Kevin Durant. Can the Hornets ever get out of that mediocre zone where they're just not great, but they're not horrible? Who will replace Kemba as the franchise point guard? Make sure to watch part 2 to find out. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment.